Hello guys, welcome back to another episode review of Hollyoaks for Tuesday 21st of April 2026. What an episode. I feel like a lot's happened. We'll first start talking about Steve and Rex. I find this storyline very interesting, especially with the Rex, exploring his new lifestyle and Steve trying to come to terms with it. I mean, in the previous episode, he's accepted for Rex who he is and what he wears and, what he chooses. And I think Steve kind of felt sorry for him because Rex just lost his granddad. But today, when there's a party at the loft and Rex and Steve wanted to make a day of it. It was actually Rex's idea. He got the idea from Ro. Ro's trying to take Rex, to the loft with him by himself. I don't know, guys. I don't know if Ro likes Rex like that. I know, obviously Ro's sexual orientation hasn't really been explored yet. I have a feeling he might be both into girls, or we know he's into girls. We're not sure about guys yet. So he could be into guys as well. We're not too sure. Now, obviously, it's illegal whichever way you look at it because obviously Rex is much older than a Ro. And I hope, Ro doesn't put himself in any kind of danger for himself and for Rex as well. Rex is straight in the sense that he's not one to go underage or anything. He's a very nice guy, Rex, and he's a law-abiding citizen now. So I just hope, I like this friendship currently between Ro and Rex, and I hope it's nothing more than friendship. Anyway, so what I was going to say is that there was a big party. Sienna was meant to meet Steve as well. Sienna, Cleo, Mercedes wanted to party, and also Teresa. All the McQueens and Sienna and Rex and Steve, they were just partying, having a big laugh and everything, except Steve. Steve seems to still have a bit of a problem with Rex, wearing women's clothes, and he's come to the loft wearing a kind of like a blouse and put a bit of makeup up as well, under a little bit of advice from Ro as well. I'm not sure if it went down too well with Steve. It was quite funny in the sense that when Rex was showing out his outfit and the sleeves of his blouse was brushing against Mercedes' face, and Mercedes' reaction was really funny. She goes, "Oh, whose blouse is this?" And then they all turn around, all the girls turn around and look at Rex, and it was comical, but it was interesting as well. And obviously the girls, they welcomed him with open arms and to exploring who he is. And they didn't ask any questions about it. They just wanted to have a laugh. They wanted to have a bit of a dance with Rex. Steve, unfortunately, was a bit paranoid. He thought that Teresa, Cleo, Mercedes were all laughing at Rex, when in reality they were just all having a good time. They just wanted to let their hair down, and he's caused a big fight. Jensen's trying to help, and then he pushed Jensen, and then Steve elbowed Sienna on the face, and then it was a bit of a rubbish kind of move from Steve. It's a bit pathetic because Rex has always been looking out after Steve, and Steve just needs to be a bit more patient. He hasn't shown any patience, in my opinion. And obviously he landed himself in prison, and then obviously the duty solicitor was James, and James walked in, and then Steve was obviously gobsmacked, even though he's seen him once. Now, on the other hand, Kathleen Angel's giving her mum a very hard time, a very, very difficult time, and she's calling her an SLAG, and then kissing her at the same time. I think she's acting a bit of a sociopath, Kathleen Angel. I hope it doesn't drag for too long because I don't want to see Teresa suffer anymore. I want to see this character have a good time, especially given that her and Dodger have been through a lot as individuals, and now that they're together to a couple, I want to see them heal. Mercedes, I quite like Mercedes now. She's having a laugh. I don't know, maybe Jensen's alright for her, but hopefully he doesn't. He's not a complete wrong one where that she becomes into a depressive mode again, because it's nice to see Mercedes finally have fun and be happy. She's gone through a lot in life as well. Sienna, unfortunately, is obsessed with Cleo, and she's when she got elbowed by Steve, it did hurt, obviously, Sienna, but she's kind of exaggerating a bit because she wants Cleo to come home with her. Mercedes said, no, we'll take her home. Unfortunately, what Sienna doesn't realise is the longer she plays, the longer she's obsessed with Cleo, it's just going to backfire on her. And she's already invented so many lies that Cleo's pushed Claire Divine. Then she's telling Warren it was actually Sophie when it was actually Sienna herself. Now, I got a strange feeling that Claire Divine's still alive because there's no body that's been found, and Don is still on the case as well. Obviously, Anne and Kathleen Angel are still sleeping together, and Kathleen Angel, I believe she planned that deliberately so that Teresa walks in with her family. I do think Kathleen Angel is behaving very erratically. I'm not sure. I hope she doesn't punish Teresa for very long. It's not a nice thing to see as an audience as well. Beth had a go at Nancy and Jack as well. She just wants Charlie behind bars. Jack's in a very difficult position, guys, because don't forget Charlie's family to him. Nancy and Darren's obviously family to him. And now he's got his new family. He can rekindle his relationship with his daughter. And now that, Beth's giving him an ultimatum, Nancy's giving him an ultimatum, Jack's in a very difficult position. None of this is Jack's fault. Look, the story is, I would say it's 90% Charlie's fault, 10% Beth's husband's fault, Jonah's fault, because he didn't slow down. He was the experienced driver. His ego didn't let him slow down the van. He kept driving, and Beth even told him to pull over. He didn't pull over. I'm not saying it's his fault, guys. I'm saying he could have done better, and that's why I'm only positioning him at 10% fault. But I would say 90% is Charlie's fault. And of that 90%, I would actually say 40% is Frankie's fault. That's just my opinion, guys. You can agree with me or disagree with me. The reason for that is when someone's driving, you never interfere with the steering wheel. You never manhandle the steering wheel. You never goad someone to go faster or overtake someone. So therefore, I would actually say Frankie's equally liable as Charlie. Just because Charlie was behind the wheel, it doesn't mean Frankie's faultless in all this. But anyway, let this be a life lesson for everyone. If you meet an idiot on the road, the safest thing to do, because he's the idiot, you let them pass. Unfortunately, when you're driving, everyone, it's kind of like everyone's pride is always kicking in. So if that's the case, then it's just better to think about your health and the family that's inside you in the car. Mainly he had his son with him. If someone's trying to overtake you, everyone in real life, just slow down, guys. Let the idiot take over you, and then go. Let him go. It's not worth it. Obviously, Beth's husband is the experienced driver. I do believe that if not pull over, he should have slowed down. He doesn't need to pull over. He should have just killed his speed. Even though he was going at normal, constant speed, he should have slowed down just for Charlie, so that Charlie, the idiot, can take over. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next episode review. Peace.